Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Well, I am in a predicament. Old Thomas here, the foreman, is a total loser. A complete and horrible lout. So I was talking to Fritz and Matthew. They're not the most reliable of workers, per se. They do decent work when they do work. But they still need somebody watching over them and making sure that they do work. The miller here is elderly, and he relies a lot on old Thomas and what he has to say. Unfortunately, that means that he doesn't listen to anybody else or their opinions. So the miller himself admitted that Thomas is good for nothing, basically. He can't carpenter, he can't run the mill, he can't do the other thing that he was talking about, the water works or whatever he was saying. So Thomas is completely useless, aside from overlooking the workers. And Thomas has been running off all of the other workers that he's ever had. And so it's been a huge sham, a huge problem, a huge thorn in the miller's side, without the miller even realizing it.
God save Henry.
And so we have two options here. We can either talk to the guy, like Matthew was saying, talk old Thomas into not being such a jerk, or we can go Fritz's route and get rid of old Thomas. I personally, IRL, am not that way. I'm not that sort of a person. But being that it's a video game and not IRL, I'm sorely tempted to get rid of this guy. Because the miller himself even said, if anybody else came along that was more skilled than Thomas, he could just send for another foreman and everything would be fine. But the miller also said he didn't know what he would do without Thomas. I know what he would do without Thomas. He would just send for another foreman and everything would be fine. Or he would elect another foreman from his current workers, which would be Matthew or Fritz. And we can see how that goes. So what we have to do is try to convince him to go play dice with his old friend in another town, and then lay in wait for him for when he gets there.
Good day to you. What do you need?
And this is all not to mention that old Thomas here was hanging out with the miller's son. They went to go get some stone, and somehow the wagon rolled over onto the miller's son. Thomas wasn't able to help him, and apparently while Thomas was gone trying to get help, somebody robbed the son. Which sounds super suspicious to me. It sounds like old Thomas here is trying to take over the mill and trying to leave no heir to the place. So yeah, I'm sorely tempted to see the dice game going and lie in wait for the guy. With the miller's son when the wagon fell on him. I kind of want to ask about this, I really do, but I think we're going to go this way.
Lawrence from Budine sends word that he has some time at night and some groschen.
Lawrence from Budine. The Wren. You've had dealings with the miller Peshek.
Yeah.
I've told you what I was supposed to. Whether you go or not isn't my problem.
No need to get all worked up about it. I'm too busy right now anyway, so if you see him, tell him next time.
Okay.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
Okay, that's good.
It's good they have someone to look out for them.
I really do want to ask him about this, but I don't want to mess up the other option. So let's talk to Fritz and see what he has to say about playing dice next time.
Go be with you.
Nothing. He's got nothing to say. Should I have told him that Peshek is from Rate? instead.
About those two.
It's a wonder I still let them hang around.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
I feel like this has gone a lot
do you really
further
think
than I
can
wanted it
trust
to
them
go.
do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
I wish I could escape out of this.
Now I think about it, probably not. You've been a pest for a long time now, and they'll want to pay you back for it.
Then why the hell did you start talking about it? You were just wasting my time.
It's not like you do anything anyway. Apart from sitting around yelling at the men actually doing the work.
Listen, I was being pretty reasonable, but now you're on thin ice. If you want to fight, just say so.
We need to pick a place for the fight that isn't too public.
That's one thing we can agree about.
You have any idea where we could do it?
There's a place to the north of Ledetchko we can go to after sunset. We won't be seen there, and most of the time it's empty.
Good. Above Ledetchko then, at dusk.
Fine. And who will I be giving a pasting to?
Take your pick. There'll be 3 of us, and you can bring 2 of your friends as well, so there'll be more than enough to go around.
And why not? Do we have a deal then? No trying to get out of it later on.
Okay.
Agreed. Except that you'll never make a decent miller.
What?
I heard when you've got an axe in your hand, you're more of a danger to yourself than any nearby wood. You leave that kind of work to men who know how to do it.
That's a lie! Open that mouth of yours again and I'll shut it for you. I thought so.
Okay. Huh. I don't know, there's a lot of other ways I think I could have gone about it. This game is a little bit weird in the way that it sets things up, though.
I did it. I arranged to fight him just like you wanted. He had nothing against the idea. He'll bring 2 men, and the 3 of them will wait for us on the hill near Ledetchko.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was too much of a coward.
So, how are we going to do it? Should we just meet there?
No. Come and see me towards evening, and then we'll go. Oh, and perhaps you should let Matthew know. Since you were the one who set it up.
Sure. He doesn't want to be the one to tell Matthew because he thinks that Matthew will think that he's instigator or whatever. Right, Matthew?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Oh man, this has gone so super awkward.
I spoke with the miller's daughter.
It's a shame her father won't listen to her. She knows all about Thomas, but
Her father doesn't believe her.
he reckons it's just a woman's fancy. He probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than either of those 2.
Okay.
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coin to be earned here.
No, don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
There you go.
We've arranged a fight
He
to
knows.
decide things. If we win, he'll leave you alone. If we lose, you'll be on your way.
Sakra! Well, I suppose we've got no other choice. There's no talking to that man. But I find it hard to believe he'll just leave us alone, even if we do win.
Yeah, me
It will be
too.
us three against them three. That's an honourable fight, and the better men will
Be
win.
a bit more careful.
If you say so.
Fritz, what are you doing just butting in like that? I was trying to talk here. Okay, so what have we got then? It's only noon. I've got nothing on me, and nothing else to do while I'm here.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
I'll bet it's a short one, too.
God be with you.
Yeah, also with you, Fritz. It's me, buddy.
Alright, I'm here. Let's do it.
So let's go.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. We're gonna go fight those guys. Come on. Oh, Fritz is excited. He's ready.
Nice to see such a good turnout. The more the merrier.
Arsehole. You won't think it's so funny in a minute.
I think you're fucking hilarious.
Enough horseshit. I didn't come here for a chat.
Just as well. You're not much of a conversationalist.
Are we gonna get on with this anytime soon?
Let's do it, Dopici!
What's going on? Okay. That was a weird start to the thing. Let's do one of these for the old fans here. There you go. That's right. That's right.
Hell with you.
New level in warfare. Man, we really teamed that last guy, though.
That's that then.
Do you think it will be enough?
He definitely looked like he'd had enough.
True.
That's right.
He'll either stop, or make life hell on earth for us.
So, anything else you need from me?
No. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem. What are friends for?
You forgot something.
Of course. You're right. Here's something on the side, Henry.
Aha! Yeah, I didn't do it.
There's no need for that. I did it out of friendship.
That's right.
You can spend the coin on drinks at the tavern.
There you go.
Thanks. You're a real friend.
That's
We
right.
really are in your debt now.
You'll owe me big time, but I'm not gonna let you pay me, because that'll be too easy. Alright, where is he? I gotta find out if he's got that scarf on him. Can I not?
Damn!
Okay, I can get him. These other guys, though, I think are too close. Don't mind me. Okay. Hilarious. Because I got a sneaking suspicion this guy killed the brother and he's got his old scarf on him. I could be wrong. Alright. Is this guy coming by too fast? I think he is. I think he's gonna see... Oh man, now everybody's... Yeah, everybody's gonna be here soon. And just step over him. Don't worry.
Who are you?
Nobody. Oh, don't do that, Matthew.
Hey!
I see, look what he's done now.
Well, I never.
That's right. Get out of here, Matthew. You big loser. You're ruining my whole plan. I wonder what he took from him. Did he just take some groschen or what? Surely he didn't take the most important thing. Ah, here it is. Here it is. I knew it. I wonder what happens if we take this to the Millmaid Jane. Let's find out. Oh, there she is. Oh, she don't want to say anything to me. Hey, get up, woman. And yeah, so I think there's a lot of ways we could have done this a lot differently. I'm sorely tempted to reload the game and do it a lot differently. Tell him that Pashik's from Ratai, find the scarf, and give it to Jane. All that kind of stuff. Sorely tempted. Alright, is anybody milling about?
I'll give it you, Henry.
Fresco Master, are you here all the time?
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Oh, good. Good.
My friend, you're a trader. Help me out here. I'm after some quicksilver.
Well, I've been there several times myself and come back empty-handed. They fobbed me off 3 times over.
Fobbed you
Who
off?
exactly are you
That
talking
doesn't
about?
sound pleasant.
Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Okay, alright. The Overseer's assistant, hey?
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
There you go. At least he's not totally daft.
What do you need quicksilver for?
He
I
said
don't.
red paint.
They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red? Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Uh-huh.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But when you care to buy something before you go, or play a game, I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
What do you got for sale?
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
Oh, Tavern Life 2, which I haven't read yet. Treasure Map 3, which I haven't read yet. Is there anything that I could sell him, trade him for this nonsense? Lazarus potions, Savior schnapps, Bane potions. It's not even gonna really make a difference. I've got a lot of lockpicks. He doesn't value them very highly, though. All this cheese. I'm not parting with my cheese or my powdered unicorn horn. Okay.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think you're gonna go pretty low to help me out. I'll bet he'll go to 200. I'll bet he will.
Agree?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
Oh yeah. He went to 200 on his own. Let's go 195 then.
All right, so.
Aha! Victory is mine. And we could take a peek at that, that thing too. Now let's go A to Z again. It always confuses me when it's mixed up like that. Uh-huh. Monastery, Sasau. Cross the river, and there's a cabin. So let's see, it says the monastery is this way. Sasau was to the right. And a bridge across the river. There's a cabin. over here somewhere. And a cabin. I'll bet it's hidden by the clouds right now. So we'll have to check that out one of these days. Okay, Sleipnir, we need to find some more blacksmiths. If I remember correctly, there's one over by the square over here.
God save you. What can I do for you?
Give me your Queen of Sheba sword piece. That's what I want.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
Okay.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
Yeah.
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha.
Okay.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Uh-huh. He sounds so suspicious when he says that, though. Uh-huh. Okay.
I hope I can be of help to you.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free.
There you go.
This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Okay.
Tell me more about Zach.
I mean, there's
Don't
also
have
the
much time for
weaponsmith.
him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin.
Ah,
That's why he's
gotcha.
at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Okay.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Uh-oh. Okay, so tell me more.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
Okay.
That will be all. Thank you. Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's
Aha.
yard has bought out all the copper.
I see. Yeah, why didn't he... Aha, right there,
What is
huh?
it?
Because that's some pretty valuable information, I'd say. I figured it was him, since he works with the church, and the big suspicion is with the church right now. And so I figured it would be the Zach character. Okay, now.
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery.
Aha,
He's bought up all the copper to be had around here anyway.
I see. Okay.
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about him.
Aha. Okay, tell me more.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
Of course you mean Zach, right?
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
Okay.
That will be all. Thank you.
Get out of here, artisan. I ain't got anything to say to you. Let's get out of here. I don't have anything to say to him. Okay. Sleipnir. So, Zach is the one. He's the one all of the pointers are directing me towards. He's the one all of the clues have their fingers lifted at, against. Oh.
God be with you.
Sure.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
It's not the word around town.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
Okay, so he's not gonna talk, eh? All right, well, I'm gonna prey upon your child then.
I am at your service, Sir Knight.
You better be. Tell me about your dad.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Boy, you call me? That's gonna hurt.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. And then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
Jesus Christ.
I like that.
Are you insane?
There you go.
So you're going to talk?
Just take it easy.
Okay. Tell me.
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
There you go. Okay.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Okay.
Who buys those sheets from you?
Who
I
are you
don't know.
working for?
I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Okay.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
Jesus, please don't hurt him.
We'll see about that.
That's right.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
I mean, you lied, sure.
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copper sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Okay, somebody threatened you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
Well, you could give me the Queen of Sheba's sword piece, and I'll be, perfectly fine with it. Yeah, you shouldn't be working for criminals.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
That's right.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Your loss of earnings. That's what you're thinking about right now. What's going on?
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. About that copper.
I told you everything I've got to say. I made you an offer. Now it's up to you.
I'll be on my way, but I'll be back.
I can't wait.
Yeah, he's excited. Okay, what's the plan?
What's your plan?
Otter's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otter will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otter will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
And what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
Yeah. Huh. I don't like the sound of it, that's for sure.
Do you really think that will work?
Otter's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
Okay.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armour is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
Yeah, suppose the armor went missing?
How about if the armor for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otter doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets, lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
I mean, I don't want to sell out Otta because he's been buying all of my stuff.
Hey!
Hey! Where'd the kid even go? Oh. What were you doing? What are you doing?
God be with you, Henry.
Yeah, sure. What are you, possessed or something? How are you just floating around there? Use magic on your armor too? You crazy fiend. Yep. Foolish at that point. Straight foolish. Man, somehow these threes always look like ones to me. So what do I need? 450?
One ale over here, please.
A tankard of ale for me.
250 now. Oh man. Come on. 150. A 1 and a 5 is all I need. Ugh. A 5 is all I need. Oh man. 500 points?
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
He daren't. Good choice. Whoa. I didn't get anything, did I? Oh yeah, I've got 3 threes. Holy cow. That took me way too long to check it out. Okay. Yep. That's it. 90.6 groschen. That's right. Go home. Go home, you loser.
How much longer must I wait?
You lost everything now. Get out of here. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this episode, though.
Jesus, what do I have to do to get a drink?
Yeah, I think we're going to talk to Master Otta next time. See what he has to say about the duel. I'm not really sure that I care to help Zack anyway. He's kind of a snob. He's a total snob. He's a real jerk. He's a backstabber. He's also working with criminals. And, yeah, he's also a huge jerk. So, I don't know if I want to help him or not, to be totally honest. But we'll see what Master Otta has to say. Maybe he'll have an idea of what we can do to fix it. So yeah, if you want to catch that one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. Thank you so much for all the time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.